The next game is Virtua Fighter 5, The Ultimate Showdown. This is a new edition of Virtua Fighter 5, but this time remade in the Yakuza Dragoon engine. Did I say Dragoon again? This was originally announced during the 2020 Tokyo Game Show, and as you can imagine, it was met with overwhelming praise.
Fuck Virtua Fighter.
Another thing to note is that this was also announced and released as I was working on this video. Sega, you have— First things first, I have to come clean. I'm not really a fighting game person. I don't think that comes as much of a surprise, but it bears mentioning. My only real experience with this franchise as a whole was playing Virtua Fighter 4 on my PS2 a long time ago, which I do like since that game oozes Y2K, especially in the menu. Yeah, that's the good stuff. While loading up Virtua Fighter 5, it becomes real apparent that this is indeed a game in the Virtua Fighter game franchise, alright? The first thing you see when entering the menu is a screen to the right that plays a battle between what I assume is two CPU players. This game definitely is focusing on the online content rather than the single player, with all the solo stuff being in tiny boxes on the bottom of the screen, which makes a lot of sense. Fighting games are primarily a competitive genre, which makes it very suitable for online. With that being said, my internet is borderline worse than dial-up connections, so the majority of what I played for this video was single player. So how did that go? That same 3D fighting gameplay the series is known for is intact, and I'm still not great at it. If you don't know what these games are, it's sort of like Street Fighter if you could also move around your opponent instead of just being in a 2D line. Wow, Ninja, you mean the 3D fighting game series is in 3D? Yes, alright. Talking about the combat feel in a fighting game is like me talking about the deep lore of Chicken Shoot for the Wii. The point being, I'm great at it. One thing I can talk about is the graphics, which honestly look very, very good for the most part. Just going off of comparisons between this and Final Showdown, the previous version of VF5, the Dragoon engine definitely made this game look significantly better than the original. Honestly, the only parts of this game that look off are the few 2D background elements that are presumably retained from the past version. But if you actually touch grass every once in a while, then this shouldn't bother you too much. Otherwise, it looks very nice.
I can't believe they made the Minecraft grass into a real life thing.
But yeah, when it comes to combat, it feels good to play. I had a fair amount of fun playing arcade mode, even if I got absolutely destroyed by the later opponents. What is here seems like a good fighting game. I should probably watch some other people play this to get a better opinion on it. Well, thankfully one of the main features of this game is the ability to create and join rooms, sort of like the arenas from Smash Bros. Ultimate, except not garbage. When watching matches online, you can react to what is happening with preset messages or little emojis, which is a nice touch. I like this aspect of the game a lot. I'm not sure if it's a standard across modern fighting games, but if not, then it should be. On a somewhat related note, when the game launched, it was released alongside a DLC pack containing a ton of outfits for characters, more emojis for spectator mode, and 180 songs from the previous game. But most importantly, skins for every character based on the original Virtua Fighter models. Now, I could very easily hate this decision, since having legacy content like this locked away behind DLC in any game is always super annoying and very transparently a cash grab to me. Now, granted, the DLC itself is actually really neat, and seeing the realistic backgrounds with super low poly character models is absolutely amazing to behold. The game with the DLC pack is $30 either way, so honestly I think it's worth the value, so I can't be too mad at it. They even later made new DLC with the Yakuza characters, which is pretty amusing and probably what people would want in a game like this. But yeah, as far as I never play fighting games, McGee over here can tell, Virtua Fighter 5 Ultimate Showdown is a good game with a nice budget price. Bear in mind I didn't actually play this online, so I have no idea how good the netcode, any of that technical knowledge I don't know is, but the actual game itself from a mechanical and graphical standpoint was excellent. I like this one, and I'm sure if I'm wrong there will be many people telling me in the comments.
It's time to check out how you did today. Now let's take a look. Class A license. You played pretty cool, but there's one more step to the top. Think you can get there?